So it looks like the trouble for Sean Diddy Combs is far from over. Not only has Rolling Stone conducted a 6-month investigation where they spoke to over 50 of close associates to Diddy, and their claims are pretty shocking, dating all the way back to his college days. Well, that's not the only trouble that Diddy is facing. Apparently, after the raids on his Miami and Los Angeles homes, there are people that are willing to speak up, and a grand jury indictment might be on the way for Diddy. So our next report on Diddy might be that Diddy has been arrested.
Here we go now.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we've been following this Diddy situation since the news broke that Cassie filed a lawsuit against him. In that 35-page court case, it revealed so many shocking details. Since then, we've seen video footage proving one of the incidents that Cassie mentioned in her lawsuit. Well, since then, Cassie has broken her silence and, of course, not mentioning Diddy directly, but thanking everyone for their support and, more importantly, asking people to believe victims first. Well, now, Rolling Stone has conducted a 6-month investigation where they spoke to over 50 individuals closely associated with Sean Diddy Combs. The Hollywood Reporter does a nice way of summing this up. So they write this. They said, so amid a blizzard of legal trouble, a new in-depth report has raised troubling claims of historical abuse against Sean Diddy Combs and allegations from former friends, Bad Boy Records employees, and artists claiming the scandal-plagued music mogul was a violent figure behind the scenes. So Rolling Stones published a bombshell report on Combs Tuesday night, with the magazine claiming they spoke to more than 50 people in his social and professional orbit, covering his time in the music industry and stretching back to his college days. The report, 6 months in the making, details that Combs has an alleged history of using violence and intimidation, particularly towards women, and provides graphic descriptions about a series of harrowing incidents. So several sources told Rolling Stone that Combs showed flashes of violent and controlling behavior during his time at Howard University. So they even recall an incident with his then girlfriend from college. Several people that witnessed some of his violent behavior back then tell those stories and corroborate each other's stories. However, it looks as if Rolling Stone reached out to the actual girlfriend and she did not want to comment. But Rolling Stone says that a third source also recalled the incident that they relay in this article. They also recall another incident. Kirk Burroughs, a Bad Boy founding partner, you may have seen recent interviews with him, claims that he saw Combs attack a woman inside the record label's office back in 1994. As you also may recall, Burroughs was fired from Bad Boy in 1997. And another ex-employee claimed that they had to separate Combs from a woman after they heard screams and the sound of glass shattering. Felicia Newsom, who was a Bad Boy employee, alleged that she once had to hold Combs back when he was about to beat his girl's ass after a fight broke out between the two women. He says that I'm holding him by the waist, saying, "You need to calm down. This is not your fight," Newsom recalled. They also recall an incident between Shakir Stewart. So Rolling Stone reports alleges that Combs was a controlling figure, unwilling to let the women in his life move on after the end of a relationship. Sound familiar in regards to the Cassie situation? Combs is accused of assaulting late music exec Shakir Stewart at a wedding in Italy after Stewart had begun a relationship with Combs' on and off partner, Kim Porter. During the alleged incident, which occurred in 2000 at music mogul L.A. Reid's wedding, Combs is accused of seeking out Stewart in his hotel room and assaulting him. Stewart's mother, Portia Labrie, as well as two of his close friends, said that Combs broke a chair over Stewart's head. He left him bleeding on a hotel floor in Italy. He had to have stitches, and then Combs threatened him. That's when I said, "You need to get out of this business. This man is crazy." So as you know, ever since Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, which was then settled less than 24 hours later, multiple other lawsuits have been filed against Diddy, accusing him of a whole assortment of bad behavior. In March, Combs' home in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami were raided by federal agents amid a trafficking investigation. However, according to CNN and the LA Times, it seems as if this investigation actually has uncovered a lot more.
So, as I mentioned, those federal raids that were conducted on his homes back in March, obviously a lot of people wondering what was seized. Well, we are learning now that federal investigators are in possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs' residence. We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen on this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning through these federal investigators. Now, when the raids first happened, we had a law enforcement source tell us at CNN that the investigation was largely based in trafficking, which is what HSI specializes in. Now we are hearing that that scope has been widened and that investigators are really looking into all of these claims put forth in these civil lawsuits. That would include not just but also money laundering and illegal drugs. I have a source who tells me, quote, "This is much bigger than just these lawsuits."
So CNN also reports that additional sources told CNN that the majority of the plaintiffs who have filed civil suits against Sean Diddy Combs have been interviewed by federal investigators. Combs has vehemently denied the claims from many of the civil suits, but has not responded to all of the allegations. In December of 2023, after four lawsuits had been filed against him, Combs posted a fierce denial on his social media, writing that sickening allegations had been made by accusers looking for a quick payday. He says, "Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged." Well, it was just a few weeks ago that you saw that shocking video from back in March of 2016, where you see Diddy harming Cassie in the hallways of the now closed Intercontinental Hotel. He then posted this, in quotes, apology video, and a lot of people said, you could have saved that. Well, in regards to the investigation that Rollingstone covered, our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk also highlight a portion out of this, many stories within this expose, but there was a shocking story that they talk about the late Notorious B.I.G. So they said sources said that Diddy would go on to gain huge success with Bad Boy Records. Some of his former employees alleged that he would fire anyone on a whim and often displayed violent behavior toward anyone who crossed him. A source claims that shortly before rapper Biggie's death, the rapper had plans to leave Puffy and sue for all rights to the publishing of his songs. He says, "I will never give it up until I'm dead and my bones are crushed into powder," Combs told Biggie's lawyers, according to the Big Payback. Sources claim when Rolling Stones approached Diddy about a magazine cover opportunity for Biggie a few months after his death, Diddy responded, "No, he's dead. I'm putting out," at the time, Combs' debut album, No Way Out, in July. "I need to be on the cover of Rolling Stone." The report details many allegations of R-ing and sexual misconduct against the self-proclaimed brother Love. Several women allege Diddy either tried or successfully R-ed them and filmed the encounters as trophies to show to other people. Law enforcement who helped lock up R. Kelly on trafficking charges tell the outlet that witnesses have agreed to cooperate. So it wouldn't shock me that the next story that we do on Diddy will be that Diddy has been arrested. We're going to continue to follow the story, but as always, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on the Rolling Stone expose and that there could be a federal indictment looming for Sean Diddy Combs. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
Here we go now.